Astro Gaming is widely known for its high quality, top selling gaming headsets like the A40 and the A50. And now they've decided to jump into the custom controller game and take on SCUF head to head. So how good is this controller? Did they knock it out of the park on the very first try? Well, let's take a look. So Astro has now introduced the C40TR, which stands for Tournament Ready. This is their first iteration of a gaming controller that's fully customizable, from being able to map the buttons to changing out the joysticks and the D-pads, and it retails for $199.99. Let's get this box open and see what's all inside. Now, I really like the box presentation; it's very nice. And this is, shouldn't say exclusive, but it's designed for the PS4 and for your PC. And as we get into the box here, you can see some more graphics. Very nice presentation here. Very solid, very nice marketing in my opinion. Astro's done a great job, and they always have. Let's get the top off. Let's look inside, and it looks like we might have a travel case for this. Let's get the instructions out. It's a very simple quick start guide in all the different languages, and yeah, we'll dig into that here just a little bit. So inside we've got the travel case, which is nice, so if you're doing some competitive esports, you're all set. Take this with you. And inside here we have, get it open. Alright, there is the controller. So, very nice. Looks really good. And it comes with a 2-in micro USB cable. Like that. That's good. So you can plug directly into your PS4 or into your PC USB. And let's take a look at the controller here. Now, the controller feels really good. It feels solid. The texture on the outside is really nice. Like the trigger buttons feel good. The placement's great. I mean, it does have an Xbox type of shape to it. The placement of the buttons underneath are absolutely perfect where they need to be. And I gotta say, this thing feels really good. It's got some weight to it. I like that. Very sturdy, very durable. All right, let's see what other goodies we got in here. So we have our little hex screwdriver here, and this is what you use if you want to take the front faceplate off with these 4 screws, and that way you can switch out your joystick and D-pad placement. And then we have our USB wireless transmitter, and that just plugs directly into your PlayStation or your PC. And we got some extra joysticks here. This is great. So we've got like a concave or dome shape with a short, and then we've got a concave, if I can get it out, a little bit taller. That's awesome. I'll be putting that on mine. And yeah, they feel really good. Good texture on here. Now the Astro C40TR controller is great presentation. Feels good. It's very durable. It's sturdy. Very well constructed. Does have an Xbox shape to it, but I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, and I think the customization is going to be really, really good. They put a lot of thought into this, working with us professional esports players, and the placement of the buttons just couldn't be better. So Astro's done a really good job with this from what I can tell so far, and like I said, they got together, brought in some of the best esports players and professionals and worked with them to get this design exactly where it needed to be competitive in the market. And and for the casual player, I think this thing is going to be a joy for them. Cannot wait to get in and try this out with some PvP and check out the latency on it. Alright, so let's take a side-by-side comparison look here between the Astro A40 and then my current SCUF Pro for the PS4. Now, I've played with SCUF for 4 years now, and this is my second controller from them. The first one wore out rather quickly, and this one's already having some issues. Now, of course, SCUF is based off a PS4 controller, so it is a lot smaller than this Astro 840, but the Astro feels way more solid. I keep saying it's very solid, very durable. It's got some weight to it. And as far as size, it's not too bad. You know, the center pad here feels really good. Just the same as what's on the PS4 SCUF style controller. And of course the paddles underneath for the SCUF that you can map to the buttons on top. The placement's good. It's not great, it's not bad, but I tell you what, I think the buttons on the C40 are definitely in a better position. And the paddle style is kind of sticking lately for me on my SCUF, so we'll have to see how the C40 holds up over the long term. Alright, so now I wanted to take a look at what all it would take to actually customize your controllers, from changing out your thumbsticks and mapping and everything else. So with the SCUF, you get this little tool, pop it over the thumbstick, and then you just, you know, lefty loosey, righty tighty, and then you should be able to just pop this thing right out, and then you could pop a new one back in. So you can go short, tall, concave, dome, shape, whatever you want to do. Now, underneath you've got you get the little bump stop here, the trigger stop that you can turn, and then you've got your little tool that goes in here and change sensitivity and whatnot. So there's two tools so far for the SCUF. And then, hang on, let me see if I can get this back on here. I can switch to a longer trigger style if I want to. So I had a short one on, I can switch to a longer one for people with longer fingers. And then we've got our little, I guess you'd call it a magnet key that you place on here so you can switch out and map where the trigger buttons underneath are mapped to. So your X, your circle, triangle, whatever button you want to do, jump, crouch, change weapons. Now let's go to the Astro. Oh look, one tool. This is all I need. I just need one tool to go in here and take off this faceplate with 4 screws holding it in place, which is, it's not bad. This is nice. Out, the faceplate should just pop right off. Let's see. Sorry, I got fat fingers here, and yep, that's got it. There we go. Faceplate's off. Now you can change your thumbstick locations. You can see where the connectors are, and a little instructions there to show how to line up. There's little guides there. So you take the D-pad off. I can pop it over here, and I can move my joystick over to this position if I want to. So put the faceplate back on, tighten up the 4 screws, and we're good to go. It's very simple. I like that a lot. Now my SCUF, the button underneath has been sticking, and that's for my jump button. It's been a pain, and the fact that it's already gone out is kind of annoying. So the quick start guide, very simple. We've got your PlayStation wired setup. Nice diagrams, very simple instructions. It shows your like your wireless setup, your wired setup. We can look at the PC wired setup and wireless. Shows how to do the swappable modules, and we can get into like how you map the rear buttons, which we'll do that here in just a little bit. This is very nice, very simple. One tool to take care of all this. I'm digging it. So the mapping looks fairly simple. It's a push of one button, it vibrates, and then you should be able to click like the X to the bottom underneath right, or the circle to the bottom underneath left, whatever you want to do. Now if we take a look at the other side of the quick start guide, you can see here just your typical diagram. Here's the L1 bumper, the share button, faceplate, adjustable replaceable D-pad component, faceplate screws, L3, R3 stick buttons, the headset port, which is nice, and you got your PlayStation touchpad, LED indicator, and option buttons, adjustable replaceable analog sticks, and so it's very typical. Now if we get to the underside here, we'll look at, like, you have your adjustable trigger stop, so you can go a full trigger stop, or you can adjust it to where it does a short stop. which is great. I like that. Very simple. You got your under right, under left rear buttons. There's a reset button, and then the program button like right in the middle. So this is a very nice setup. And of course you got your the front side here. You got your wired and wireless mode option switch, and then you've got, looks like a profile here for 1 and 2. So you get 2 profiles, and then the micro USB port. Alright, so I'm plugged into my PS4. USB cable fits very snug. I like it. It's not going to slide out. And now we're going to program the button to see just how easy it really is. So according to the instructions here, you're going to hold the program button for 5 seconds. The controller is going to vibrate. LED is going to blink, which you can't see. It's on the other side. Once that happens, you push the button that you want to map to the button underneath, and then it blinks. And so, to do the button again, you're going to have to hold the program button down 5 seconds. It did vibrate. Push what I want to map, and then push the other controller. It should be, boom, good to go. Just like that, buttons are mapped. We can go to the Astro website here and download the software. You can actually program it and map everything and create profiles through your PC. So, and I'll put a link below on where this link is to get to the software so you can download it. Very simple. Just click download, go through all through the install steps for your Windows PC. I believe there's Mac on here as well. Like I said, I will put the link in the description below, and you can go there and download the software. So we download the software, we got it installed. You can see here there's already a firmware update for the controller, so don't forget to do that. So if you do purchase this controller and you get it in, there is a firmware update. Just click on install, and yes, my controller right now is plugged into my PC. I should have showed that, and I didn't show that a while ago, so I apologize. But yeah, so just plugged in via USB. I'm not using the wireless adapter right now, so it is updating, doing the checking the controller. And then we should be good to go here in just a few seconds. Alright, so now that we have the firmware update on the controller, let's go to the actual mapping and everything of the buttons. Let's check out the profile here. So, very simple, nice diagram, great presentation on this software, by the way. I like this. You're just going to click a button and click the other one where you want it to map to. Very simple. We take a look at the joysticks and their angles. You can see everything right now is at a 0%, which is perfect. That means it's perfectly aligned. And as you move the joysticks around, it will show you, directional pad as far as percent left or right. Which, alright, cool. Like it. Trigger buttons. This will show the pressure sensitivity of it. So that's 100%. You can see, and then my other one for firing is at the short throw, so it only goes up to like 25-30% pressure, which I like that. So if you take it off, you can go to 100%, put it back, go to short. Your headphone jack, once you have your headphones plugged in, you do have a nice 5-band EQ. You can adjust the volume levels and all your different settings here. It's a nice touch. And then we can get into the fact so you can turn the vibration of the rumble on or off. You can actually have it to where it's a higher percentage left or right, which that's nice. And we can create a profile here, and already have that programmed in and be able to switch between them. There's a button on the controller itself to switch between profiles 1 and 2. Very simple, very clean and neat. I'm digging it. I like this a lot. Alright, so with everything set up and all the buttons mapped, I decided to take it for a very quick test run with some D2. Just doing a little PvE here. Nothing too exciting, but I just want to check out the latency, and I can tell you there's zero latency with this controller. Firing buttons, having that short throw feels absolutely great. You can switch to a long throw, and then you can put in for the short stop, which I love the short stop, especially for PvP or any kind of first-person shooter. Definitely not feeling any latency here between when I push the button and then what the action is on screen within the game. And I think the biggest difference between this controller, the C40, and the Scuff is the Scuff is starting to wear a little bit, even though it's only just a year old, and I just feel like that shouldn't be the case. And the construction of this controller is definitely more durable, feels a lot better, very comfortable, and the ability to map and switch out your thumbsticks and D-pad is definitely one of the best attributes of this controller. So if I had to choose between Scuff and this, and were to spend your $200, buy this. I'm sorry, Scuff, but you've been outdone. Alright, well that's going to do it for me. This has been my very first product review. I know it's kind of cheaply done. I don't really have the setup to do this kind of stuff, but I had to do it on this controller. I hope you liked it. As always, a like is greatly appreciated. And don't forget, you can hit that subscribe button for more videos. And until then, I'll see you next time.